Hey guys, I'm Michelle with Birdie Bloom, and I thought I would take this opportunity, it's a sad opportunity for me to point out maybe some tips in determining whether the bag that you just got was either painted or covered in shoe polish or covered in something else. Basically, covered in something that inhibits the leather to thrive. Okay, these bags, these vintage Coach bags have lasted 20 plus years for good reason, at least ones that are in good condition. And a lot of them can have been abused, but will pop right back up. However, if you start applying artificial products, and I don't mean to say, I mean, quality leather conditioners can also be artificial, but products to try to make a bag look nice, you know, if you're not treating the leather, you're just trying to make it look pretty, you are damaging the bag. You are preventing it from being able to be conditioned properly and cared for properly. And it will not last the test of time. It will eventually die, okay? It's not gonna last another 20 years. That being said, and you know, and there might be ways, I guess, of doing it properly. And if you are somebody who professionally paints or color restores vintage Coach bags, I don't personally do it. I know there are ways that it can be done nicely and properly. And sometimes it's the only option for certain bags. I do agree with that. I do believe in that. But it also needs to be relayed to customers, okay? We shouldn't just go around, nobody should go around painting something or applying something just to make it look nicer, okay? Because then you're gonna have somebody like me who knows what I'm getting, and I'm gonna return the bag because I'm tired. I mean, I've already removed plenty of stuff from bags. I'm tired of doing it. So I'm just no longer accepting bags that have not been disclosed as painted. Anyways, but I'm gonna give you some tips because you might get a bag like this. This looks nice, doesn't it? Doesn't look too bad, doesn't look too shabby. But it's not okay. And the reason is, I don't know if it's painted, I don't know if there's another type of application on it, but something is, and I'm gonna show you how I know. First indication is when I picked up the bag, I feel it. I can tell this is not how a vintage Coach, whether it's dry or not, this is not how a vintage Coach bag feels, okay? It feels kind of plasticky, it doesn't feel right. So then, tell you a couple things I do. Stuff with plastic bags, that's fine. I look on the inside, okay? And this is gonna be my first indication. One, is the bag real? Well, this bag is authentic. But do you see that first problem? The inside, which is actually, I thought I was buying a blue bag. The seller said it was black, but all the pictures, even the outside, looked blue or navy blue. So I was pretty confident. That happens all the time. People sell blue bags, navy blue bags that's black because they can look very black in certain lighting. But yeah, this is authentic. This feels like vintage Coach leather. This feels beautiful and lovely. And it looks to be in really wonderful condition. That's authentic. So that's one indication. Color doesn't match. Inside color doesn't match the outside color. It should never be different. Because dyeing is also a possibility, right? You get a bag that's dyed. Let's see if you can appreciate this demarcation here. And that's the next thing I look at, is the inside of the pocket. Do you see that? Do you see the line? People who paint or just try to do things quickly and not properly, they don't paint all the way down into the pocket. There's usually a demarcation there. Okay, so you see that, and you can tell there's something applied to this bag. Another tip, which wasn't done here, the sad thing is this person looks like they really did take time. I don't know, maybe the hardware was in pretty good condition. I'm not sure, but it looks like they might have cleaned it a little bit. I actually don't see indications of that. A lot of times I can see if somebody's doing something fast, I can see like leftover brasso or something. I don't see indications of that. So maybe this hardware is just in really good condition, which makes me even sadder for this bag. This bag looks behind the paint or the colors. It looks to be in literal perfect condition. It probably just needs conditioning. It looks makes me want to cry. It probably just needed some leather conditioning, and somebody thought, oh, I'm gonna pretty this up by applying, like, I don't know, did they apply shoe polish? Did they paint it? Did they apply something else? I don't know. You even see a little drip line there. I don't know what they did, but it was in perfect condition prior. Everything about this looks amazing. I mean, the strap hardly looks used. In fact, did they even, I can't tell if the strap was painted or not. My lighting in here is terrible, but yeah. So another thing that I'll do is if I suspect a bag has been painted, but maybe it doesn't have pockets for me to determine that, you know, sometimes things can be hard to tell. I look at the hardware and I start looking around the leather, and I'm looking for indications that there is now paint or something on the hardware. There's not in this situation. This situation, there is not. They did not, or they either cleaned it off. Well, no, I mean, there are small little indications. Not anything I would be able to say definitively with this particular color because, you know, verdigris has a dark green look to it. And so blacks, blues, and greens, you could be seeing verdigris on your hardware, and it's not in fact paint. But there is, I'm pretty sure I see paint right there on the back part there, but I don't really need that. I haven't looked too closely at this, but that's something I would suggest you do. I don't really need that to determine that this bag has been coated in something, because the pockets are a dead giveaway, and so is the fact that the inner pocket is a totally different color than the outside of the bag. So those are some tips. Let me give you a couple of tips on what to do about to help you determine if a bag has shoe polish coated on it. And that would be to take a dry cloth and to just rub it. Something dry, not wet, because there are some leathers that will bleed with conditioner and with wet application. So that's not an indication that there's anything on your bag. It could just be that leather is a big bleeder. Some leathers bleed more than others, trust me. But if there's shoe polish on, you're gonna be able to rub it off with just a dry cloth. So that's an indication. The more coats applied, the harder it is to remove, and the worse it is for the bag, because it's not gonna be able to accept conditioner, guys, and that leather is going to die. So, all right, well, those are a couple of tips I have. I hope you liked the video. I hope that was helpful. If you have other questions that I can maybe answer, please ask them below. I can try to provide more information. But yeah, I'm going to return this. Or I'm trying to. I'm in the process of it. Still have it, so I thought, well, I'll do a video on it. But give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe to my channel for more Vintage Coach Bag Talks, okay? And if you're interested, I have a new Facebook group called Vintage Coach Eye Candy, and you can come over there and peruse beautiful Vintage Coach bag items, and you can peruse information about them, because that's what it's all about. It should be about pretty bags and information to boot. So come on over, show your bags, and peruse other people's. So newbies and collectors are welcome. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.